Hey everybody, Tim from Tier Fine Orbital here. I've had a couple of requests to go over my most recent build, just to kind of give a guideline as to what went into its construction and my inspiration, and just some basic stuff like that. So this is it. It's called, well, I call it the ABYSSAL Star. Um, Inspiration was a speeder bike based hilt, kind of like the Koran horn. I'm doing another Koran horn build that's closer to Canon. But this was just it started off as wanting to have a speeder bike handle and make it into a hilt. With my builds, I usually have a general idea about like what I want it to look like, but as the project progresses, I get inspired along the way, and the end result is usually different than what I want it to be, but it's always something that I'm proud of. So yeah, this is no exception. It's a MHS build, right? And I've got a custom rotating latching switch here. This was just a regular rotating a latching switch that I got. I think actually got it on Amazon, right? But I disassembled it and designed and printed my own knob. This is kind of close to the staple gun hilt knob, but a little different. And I also have a clamp integrated into the hilt as well. So this is just a regular like bicycle clamp. It came pretty shiny and anodized. I knocked all the anodization back and just kind of kept it worn aluminum. Put some aluminum black on it just to make it look like it was used. I really wanted to keep the clamp able to, so that you could undo the clamp and rotate it so it could be used for left-handed or right-handed Jedi. And I was going to put like some pogo pins underneath the clamp and on both sides so you could rotate it, right? Because this also has an aux button built into the clamp. And the way I did that was I actually just made a penetration through the clamp, through the housing of the hilt, and into into the hollow chamber, and that's where I wired everything up. But what I wanted to do is have two pogo pins on each side so you could unclamp it, rotate it, and then reclamp it. But I just decided against doing that. I mean, once this clamp is up here, you're not taking it off or removing it anyway because of this switch, and you can't get it past this grip section anyhow. So it's there, it's staying there. But yeah, so main, it's got an aux built into the clamp. This grip section is something I just designed in Fusion. Okay, put some copper accents on it. Same with the beauty ring here. This piece I designed in Fusion and added to the clamp, and the shroud I designed in Fusion and added to the emitter section. Now, I've been playing around with some like stamping in Fusion. You can't really do texture and stamping easily in Fusion. So what I do is I design it in Fusion, export it as an STL, and then open it up in Mesh Mixer. And I've downloaded some different textures in Mesh Mixer, and you add that in Mesh to the STL and then export it to Chidobox or whatever and use print them out. I think it came out looking cool. I wanted something that didn't so much look like just sanded resin. I wanted it to have texture and maybe look like a plastic or ABS style texture. So it kind of came out okay. These holes here, I was going to put Graflex pins in these holes, but I think I just left it the way it is. I've been putting Graflex pins in everything, so I wanted to keep them away from this build. Pommel is also from Custom Saber Shop. This is actually two pommel sections. So this is a MHS V2. No, this is an MHS V1 pommel. This is an MHS V2 pommel. I cut the threading off of this one and press fitted into this one, into this other pommel. So it's just a different looking pommel end piece. 28 millimeters Smuggler's Outpost bass speakers in there. And yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the outside goes. Activation is easy. Such a satisfying click with this button, man. Like, I really like that. Aux is, regular aux, switch your fonts that way. But let's look at the inside, right? So the core, if you will, is here, and this is a resin clear gray power core, I guess you'd call it, right? So I put an onboard button as well if you want to switch fonts. Yeah, this one's really cool. So what I did was I designed it to, when I designed it in Fusion, I added channels inside of the chassis, and I just fed 30 Neopixel, 2020 Neopixel strips inside. So these are interior, like they're inside embedded in the chassis itself. And yeah, stock PCB. This is a 6-pole PCB. Is that stock or Smuggler's Outpost? I can't remember. And yeah, pogo pins for your speaker. So yeah, it just kind of sits in the pommel section like a power core, right? And it just screws in to use. Yeah, really cool, really cool. I really like this switch. It's like really clicky and satisfying. It sounds really cool. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, that's just a really quick rundown on this build. I've got like an official, not official, but a more closer to Canon, closer to Rob Platkow's Koran horn that I'm going to be building next. But this is up for sale on my Etsy if anybody's interested. If anyone has any questions about the build, or you need any tips, or want me to give any more detail on it, just feel free to ping me or leave a comment or email me. However, I'm on the Discord as well. So hope you enjoyed. Hope that helps. May the force be with you.